I am everywhere, infusing everything to finally become absorbed in intense experience. Go all the way, be drenched in the energies of life. Enter the world beyond separation. So in this place, we talked about last time, it's like extreme sports. It's that place of going to full attention. And that's what it takes to become embodied, to dissolve, to be able to be fully absorbed, to bring all of your awareness there, all of your concentration. So just for a moment, just see whatever you need to do in your room to be able to do that, whether it's to turn off your cell phone, make sure it's not going to ring, whether it's to close the door, whether it's to turn off your video because you don't want anybody to see you. Because we're going to go a little bit more into the intense experience today of all the elements so that we can actually, hopefully, God willing, become a little bit more absorbed into the experience and feel what it is that Shiva is talking about. So prepare your space, make it ready, and really remembering to all those parts of us that feel a little worried about, oh, I don't want to look weird, or I don't want anything bad to happen. You're safe, you're in your space, and there's nobody here but you, the elements, and your beloved. The rest of us, we're here with you, but we're in our own little pieces as well, trying to become absorbed, allowing ourselves to concentrate. So we'll start today with the earth element, breathing deeply into our nose, deeply exhaling. And we're remembering as we bring in the focus of the earth, the intensity of the earth when the plates are moving and the earthquakes happen from that pressure. So we're going to let some of that pressure into our body. We're going to feel that pressure, and we're going to start with our toes and our feet on the ground, and we're going to feel the pressure of pushing into the ground. Really push a bit, feel how amazingly hard that earth is, and we can push up against it. Breathing in, breathing out, deep, rich, full breaths. And then after that wonderful pushing into the floor, we're going to start to contract all the muscles in our legs and our feet and our knees and our thighs, all down there with each inhale. And with each exhale, just pushing again into the wonderful earth who's right there for us. So contracting again all the way the muscles of the legs on each inhale, and then pushing down into the earth. One more push with the legs and contracting and then pushing. Bringing it all the way up into your hips and really feeling those hips contracting. They can contract to the sides, to the back, to the front. Feel that pulling up of all the muscles as we breathe in, and then letting it push back the force of our legs and hips going into the earth. And bringing up that all the contracting of the muscles into the solar plexus. Imagine that you are one of those people that work out in the gym and you can have every single little muscle ripple in your whole lower torso. You're rippling your muscles, and then you let it all push down again into the earth on that exhale. Let it come up into your mid and upper torso, and now you're contracting. You can feel all the little intercostal muscles of your ribs. Push and pull back with your chest. Pushing it into the ground again. Every inhale, contracting. Every exhale, pushing. Up with your shoulders, all the way up. Feel how high they can go. Contracting them and then pushing them down to the earth. Letting the shoulders push up high, high towards the ceiling. And letting them go. Your whole hands and your fingers and your arms, letting them contract and pull together. And then pushing them towards all the way, putting them all the way down onto the earth. Let yourself really push into the earth. I'm pushing into my body so you can still see me. So let's do that again. Really let our hands contract, our fingers, our arms, and then pushing with them. You can push on your body, you can push down into the earth. And then letting our neck and our head, all the muscles contract. And then letting the head come down. Imagine if we could butt heads like a goat does. Butt heads with the earth. So now let your whole body on that inhale contract in whatever way that feels good and juicy and intense. Come into the experience. And then let it push down into the earth. And again, full body. One more time. And then just letting go, letting your body just be here right now, breathing the earth breath in and out through the nose. And see what you're aware of right now in your body. See if you feel more present right now, feet on the floor. Earth can bring us into this presence when we become absorbed in the intense experience. Can bring us into our strength, our clarity. So now we're going to breathe the water breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, through pursed lips. And as we go into the water, just letting yourself just sway a little bit as you remember some kind of experience you've had. Maybe whitewater rafting, where you see those huge waves that are coming, the standing waves that are like a wall coming up into your towards your kayak. Or you may remember just huge waves on the beach of the ocean. Or being out there, surfing them. Whatever it is that you can remember. Remember those huge waves, the power of the way the water can rise up and then come crashing down back into the flow. So we're going to do that. With each inhale, we're going to rise up and become that wave. And we're going to crash on that exhale. And keep going. Rising up and crashing. Sometimes the crash isn't totally letting go. It's like it's going all around. Like a whirlpool. So enjoy this. Get into the intense experience of being the water. Coming up. Become this wall. And then flowing back every which way. Have fun with it. Be absorbed in the energies of life, in this watery energy. Let all those selves know that might be a little afraid of being so intense that it's okay. You've created this self-container, a safe self-container. And one more big wave. And again, then just letting yourself come back into the waves. Now they're just gently tossing you side to side, letting you really come back into your normal breathing pattern. And just see what it is that you start to feel as you go deeper and deeper into that water. You can imagine yourself now just kind of, you've grown some gills, you can breathe so that you're going deep, deep, deep into the water. You're just sinking down to the bottom where things are more still. And feel that beautiful quality that can be there underneath all the intensity, is this place of just being open to the flow, to whatever is next. And letting the water drift away. And seeing instead the sun on the horizon. And breathing in that fire. In through the mouth, out through the nose. And we're going to heat up. Because that's part of the quality of fire. Is to be warm. So we're going to let ourselves take little inhales through the mouth. And then we're going to, whenever you need to, you exhale. And so on that exhale, we're radiating out, but on the inhale, we're building. We're building the energy. We're beginning to vibrate. And that vibration can start really in the legs and the feet. Really letting that vibration come in, shaking them out. Bringing it all the way up into the hips. Up into the torso. Up into the shoulders and the arms. Up into the neck and the head. Letting your whole body vibrate now. Letting your whole body reach like a fire reaches. Jumping a little bit. Intensify the energy. Letting yourself get hot. I am energy. Become the flame. Become the fire that's burning. The fire of love. Gonna burn my way through the whole world. Leaping, loving, dancing. Two more intense fire breaths. Leaping, loving, dancing. And then letting the body, the flame, become a little bit smaller. Still feel the vibration in your body. Letting the flame die down into that place inside your heart where the flame, the spark is always there. Continue to breathe the fire breath. And just notice what's happening as you let yourself feel the tinglings and the experience of becoming alive in your body, becoming alert, awake, tall, the true power. And letting the fire just be there in your heart as you shift your focus again into the air, breathing in and out through the mouth. And as you think of the air, remember, at least for me as a child, those experiences of tornadoes, huge whirling masses, just like a whirling dervish, right? Just really going round and round and round. So we're gonna, if you feel comfortable turning, turn in any way that doesn't make you too dizzy so that you're still on your feet, but let yourself really become that whirling wind so that with each inhale, you're pulling everything into you. And with each exhale, you're getting rid of everything you no longer need. So becoming that whirl, that tornado. Going into the intense experience, go all the way. You can turn a body part, even if you can't turn your whole being. Turn a body part around and around. It's really helpful if you do it with your head. A few more breaths of whirling, becoming that tornado. And then coming and letting your body a little bit continue to whirl, but just now a body part. And gently bringing that whirling into the very center of your being. And feel the way that this air, our breath, how it really opens us. Opens us to larger possibilities, to almost a whole new dimension. And just letting the breath come back to its natural state. And as you're ready, you can find a place to sit.
Just letting your breath in a nice, relaxed fashion, but a little bit deeper, richer, and fuller, begin to flow in and out of the center of your chest, in and out of your heart, in and out of your heart center. Chest soft and porous, the heart's a little on the left and in. Just imagine this breath with prana, oxygen, chi, light and love, life, just flowing gently in and flowing gently out. Inviting any cells to join you and just bringing all your awareness and attention to your heart. Just imagine in your heart a sacred space that's safe, nourishing, peaceful, and yet revitalizing. And you can just imagine what your heart space is like today. Perhaps it's some place from your past where you felt secure and nourished and safe. Perhaps it's some place you've seen in dreams or visions or read about. Maybe it's a beautiful garden or a sacred temple or a glade in a forest or an oasis. But just taking a moment, if you're visual, to see with the eye of the heart, if you're kinesthetic, to feel, if you hear, to listen to the sounds, any smells or tastes. Just take a few moments to wander in this space in your heart, just imagining this place of love, harmony, and beauty. No matter what's happening around you, there's always this place. Your home is in your soul and your heart. Just finding this dwelling place for today. Letting all your parts know there's nothing to do, nowhere to go right now, but just for the next few moments to be here in the sacred place of your hearts, of our hearts. Toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls, who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. With all love and all respect, calling upon High Self, your inner beloved, the angel of your being, in whatever shape or form High Self comes today. Perhaps it's a field of presence of being held, love and life. Perhaps it's Mary holding you tenderly. Perhaps it's an animal ally. Perhaps it's a sphere of light or a special being. We welcome you, High Self, for a time of communion, a time of guidance, a time of dialogue. Just taking a few moments to just breathe in the presence, the energy, the healing light and love and life of High Self, breathing that in to you as conscious self, to any selves who need this energy, just filling up with light and love. And beloved High Self, we ask for your help as we're exploring these themes of becoming embodied, and also this theme of dissolving, these two movements that happen with every breath as we breathe in and come in and energize, and as we breathe out and dissolve, but help us understand the rhythm of these energies in our lives and how we can more become deeply embodied, and how we can learn to relax and dissolve, and to, as the alchemists say, to dissolve and coagulate, to dissolve and reform time and time again. Help us know how any information or guidance that you have on integrating these two movements into our lives and understanding them more deeply. This process of embodying and dissolving can happen in our outer lives with a move or a job change or the death of a partner, or can happen on our inner lives in a very subtle way as the very concepts of ourselves, our inner selves shift and move and grow and mature. The importance of one dissolves and another one comes up for a while. Throughout the course of the day, your parent self may be there, or a doctor chief, or one who's just relaxing, or one who's building or solving a problem. All sorts of different selves come into the form, into the foreground, and dissolve back, just like a symphony where different instruments come into the foreground and other ones go into the background. Just appreciating this dance of forming, of embodying, dissolving. Just contemplate how you've dissolved and embodied yesterday to today, even already, so many times perhaps. Beloved high self, we ask any selves to relax and not try to figure out too soon, to stay in the unknown, but beloved high self, we're exploring today a little more embodiment, and we wish your guidance on learning to become more embodied. And we ask if you could share a symbol or an image that would help us in our lives, becoming inner and outer lives, becoming more deeply embodied. So asking all the selves who work hard and figure out to just relax, to rest in the unknown, and just let an image or symbol arise out of the depths. And when and if that image or symbol arises, when you're ready, taking a moment to become that image or symbol and to just have a few adjectives to describe the qualities of this energetic form that's come into shape and form, like a cloud forming out of the blue sky to teach and guide us. Just becoming this symbol, this image, this form, having a few adjectives to just describe it, holding those inside. We thank you, beloved high self, and just allowing us to hold so we can remember this image and the qualities that it has, and knowing that we can invoke and call this whenever we need to become a more embodied. We need that ground, that earth beneath our feet, solidity that we pressed into earlier. And we also know that there are different selves that it wasn't comfortable, it wasn't safe, it wasn't okay to become fully embodied. So we either stayed scattered in our thoughts, these selves protected by thinking and intellectualizing and rationalizing, or perhaps these selves protected by just becoming scattered and fragmented in our feelings, or just not really sensing and experiencing our bodies, or fixating on some part of our bodies. So all these different ways that we learn to protect because it wasn't safe or it was painful or lonely to be embodied. So we call in oneself who may have had a challenging time being embodied. We know perhaps you had a challenging time, or perhaps you're one of those ones who protected us by pushing us away from being in our bodies. We call you into our hearts for a time of relationship to really get to know you. And as this one comes in, just maybe recall a moment or a time, an image comes up, or maybe the feelings of this one of frantic or anxiety or sad or scattered and fragmented or fixated or numb. And just locating this one in your body, feeling this self, this part. And just noticing how you feel towards this self who was so challenging to be in this body that we're given, this beautiful temple of the soul. And if it's anything other than love and respect, you can know that it's another self that you're a little blended with, and asking those selves to step aside, to rest. We really want to get to know and understand this one who protected us from being embodied. And bringing love, compassion, curiosity to this one. And just opening for a moment or two. We really want to get to know you. Tell us your story, whatever we need to know, however we could help you. We want to get to know you a little bit. Maybe that's through feelings or images or memories, but however, just to be with you. We know it's hard to be here in the body. We know at some point in time it was safer not to be in our bodies, but now when we're pushed away, we may be clumsy or accident prone or just miss out on the joys of life, of really tasting the food more deeply, breathing the fragrance of a rose, or enjoying the sunshine, or feeling our substance as we walk, or the embrace of a friend or a lover. We know we miss out too. There's a price paid. But let us know, especially if you can, about those points in space and time when you had to form, when you had to protect us. And we want you to know, tell this one that you're here with high self now to protect and guide and be with them. Let them know if they want. You could go back right now with them to these points in space and time and be with them to protect and guide them. You could redo these moments. And if you wish to, just take a few moments to just go back and be with these younger, scattered parts of yourself, protecting them in these challenging times that they faced all alone. And we ask if you have a name, a way you wish to be known. And any way we can help you, any assistance or support we can give aside from our love and presence and listening to you. Anything else, any way we can help you today. And we invite you to join into the breath of unity, breathing with you and with high self, and just all resting in this field of love, of light, of life. Sensing and feeling that on a subtle level in our bodies, this energetic quality, suffusing us, blessing us. And we give thanks, and as we're ready, we'll bow and use the sound hu, which means the potential of the entire cosmos, the absolute, perhaps that dark matter and dark energy that everything comes out of and falls back into. We'll just say that once as we bow down to our inner lives. Say it a second time as we come up, opening to our outer lives and holding our inner and outer lives simultaneously. And take a moment, if you wish, to stretch or make a note or draw an image. Take a moment to just reflect on your inner journey, whatever happened or didn't happen.